All right, first one up is going to be Art, Ryan, Martin, Ryan, and John. I am going to need some turn marshals, though. Get my two-wheel mod guys and a little bit of help, please. Again, need a few volunteers for this one. Thank you, thank you.
Let's go, Art. Martin White. Ryan Vernally. Loctite Milio. Ryan T. Randall.
All right, this is 40 plus buggy, heat number 1. Got everybody checked in. I got a lot of marshals out here. Thank you guys, much appreciated. All right, looks like some of our runners are ready to go, so we're going to go racing here in less than 5. All right, you guys know the drill. When you cross the line for the first time, your time will begin. Okay, we got everybody on the clock here. Our first heat of 40 plus for the night. Martin down the back straight, his opening lap of 15.9. We got Ryan at 15.9. Emilio was 16.0. Cardinale 16.2. And Randall 15.3. Way to be. All right, we're 45 seconds in. 2 laps in the books for everybody now. Right now it's John, Ryan, Martin, and Art. From first to last, it's 2.4 seconds. We're just about 1 minute down. All right, oh, a little trouble for your race leader. Still got 3:50 to go. This is our pre-race tonight for Top Gun. Top Gun will be this Sunday. So we'll be open for practice until 5 p.m. tomorrow. At 5 p.m., we're going to start the track build. If you stick around to help with the track build, you get to reserve a pit spot. Ryan Randall bringing that fast lap down to 15.0. Way to go. Now I'll put him on top of the leaderboard. 19.02 for pace. Got Martin at 19.07. Got Art 19.11. Ryan 19.11. And John at the moment 18. Buck 45 down. 3:15 to go. Randall with fast lap of 15.0. Got White a 15.3. Vernally 15.8. Cardinale 15.6. And Emilio 15.7. 2 minutes down. 3 minutes left. All right, a host of new fast laps emerging here. White going 15.2. We got Vernally a 15.5. Emilio a 15.2. 2:30 down. 2:30 to go. This is our first heat of 40 plus on track. Our next heat up next. We're 2:35 down. 2:25 to go. Ryan at 20.15, Martin at 19.01, Vernally at 19.08, Art 19.09, and John at 19.14. We got Ryan Randall currently 1.6 ahead of Martin, Martin 3 ahead of Vernally, Vernally 2.3 ahead of Cardinale, Cardinale 0.2 ahead of Emilio.
Left.
2 minutes remain, drivers. Ryan, Martin, Ryan, John, and Art, your running order. Ryan 1.6 ahead of Martin. Martin 3.5 ahead of Vernali. Vernali 2.2 ahead of Emilio. Emilio 2 seconds ahead of Art. Minute 30 remains. Drivers 90 seconds to go. Ryan T. Randall leading the way, driving the pink and white car, blue trim. Minute 15 remains. Race leader down the back straight. Martin White holding down the 2 spot. He is about to enter the back straight.
1 minute left.
You heard the man, a minute to go. Randall 2013, White a 19 flat, Vernali a 1906, Emilio 1907, Cardinale 1910. 45 seconds to go, drivers. If you're racing 40 plus and you're not currently on track, you will be in about a minute. 35 seconds remain. $15 seconds to go. All right, folks, time is running out. Keep going till the computer announces you are done.
Ryan Vernali done. Loctite Emilio done. Let's go Art done. Martin White done.
And that'll be a race. Got
All
Ryan
drivers
Randall
are
going
finished.
2011.
Ryan T.
Martin White
Randall
at
done.
2015. Ryan Vernali in 1904. Art 1909. John 1911. All right, good run, guys. Let's get our next group on track. Moving into race number 2. That's going to be BG, Kevin, Julian, Dave, Eric, and Tony. Let's see if Tony can get a leg up on the competition.
Grasshopper. King Julian. El Tigre. Rice Cakes Supreme.
All right, if you raced in
Kevin
the last
Allen.
one, I need you out on track, please. I need your help for this one.
Eric Vasiodine.
All right, got grouping starting to form, getting onto the straightaway. So we're going to get this party started here in just a few moments. All right, BG at 15.0, Julian at 15.5, Kevin at 15.6, Tony at 15.9, Eric at 17, and we got Dave. All right, 30 seconds in. All right, folks. We are now 45 seconds down. Got BG 0.4 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 1 ahead of Tony. Tony 0.1 ahead of Julian. Julian 2.4 ahead of Dave. And Dave, flickering back and forth, 0.5 ahead of Eric right now. Got a minute 5 down, 3:55 to go. All right, $1.15 down, 3:45 to go. BG going to 14.8. That lap was great. All right, 125 down, 3:35 to go. Right now it's BG, Kevin, Tony, Julian, Dave, and Eric. All right, $1.45 down, 3:15 to go. BG out front. He's on 20.01. Got Kevin at 20.05. Tony at 19.02. Julian at 19.11. Dave at 19.14. And Eric almost on 19 himself. I believe this is Eric's practice run here. I haven't seen him do any laps today. Oh, BG still half a second up on Kevin. Kevin 4.3 ahead of Tony. Tony 2.5 ahead of Julian. Julian 2.3 ahead of Dave. Dave 4 ahead of Eric. 220 down, 240 to go, drivers. Fast lap still Brian Gross at 14.8. Got Kevin Allen now at 14.8 of his own. Tony at 15.1. Julian 15.3. Dave at 15.7. We got 2:25 remaining. All right, 2:10 to go. Brian 20.04, Kevin 20.05, Tony 20.14, Julian 19.04, Dave 19.11, Eric 18.03.
2 minutes left.
3 down, 2 to go. Drivers careful up front. Kevin going 14.7. What rhymes with 7? Kevin. I tried. Minute 45 to go. Careful up front, guys. Exiting the rhythm. Woo! Cardinale with some footwork. Hey, while you're there. Thank you, Art. Not the BOGO he was expecting. $1.20 to go, drivers. So we got Brian Gross 20.04, Kevin 20.04, Tony 20.13, Julian 19.01, Dave 19.14, Eric on 18.
1 minute left.
You heard the man. 1 minute to go. Taylor dropping a 15.2. $45 seconds left. 15-1 for Taylor there. 15-1, having fun. He's driving with a car of very similar colors there. Tony and Julian are very similar colors out there. Blue, yellow, a little bit of gray, just in different locations. Tony's car has a gray midsection where Julian's car has a gray butt. 10 seconds remain, drivers. So BG 0.2 ahead of Kevin. These guys have been fairly close all race long, literally and on the clock.
Kevin Allen done. Rice Cakes Supreme done. Eric Vasiodine done. LT Gray done.
Uno Mas.
King Julian done.
And that will be a race, guys.
All drivers are
got
finished.
BG 20.04 flat.
Done.
Kevin 20.04.2. Tony at 2011, Julian at 2015, Dave at 1913, Eric 1807. All right, folks, up next is Sportsman Buggy. Sportsman Buggy. Race 3. All right, this one's going to be James, Kevin, Kyle, Sanjeev, Theo, and Milo.
Kyle Panaga.
All right, we're going to need a little
10
help in the middle,
10.
please. If I can get all my drivers from that last race out here, please. This is our sportsman buggy class.
Milo Laxon.
All right, this is race number 3 in warm-up. Looking for a few more cars to get checked in.
Sanjeev Patel. James C.
All right, looks like I got turn marshals out here. I trust that there's somebody on the right. Maybe one or two on the right.
Kevin Abhishek.
All right, this is Sportsman Buggy. Got everybody checked in. Got my marshals out here. We're going to get this party started. When you cross the start-finish line at the end of the straight, your time will begin. All right, everybody's off to a start here. All right, folks, we will be open tomorrow for practice from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 5 p.m., we're going to build the new track. Fastest opening lap goes to Theo Lynn, a 17.6. Got James a 17.9, Sanjeev a 18.4. Milo, lap 2, going to be a 17.7. All right, folks, we're 55 seconds in. Right now, it's Theo, James, Milo, Kevin, Sanjeev, and Kyle. Theo going 17.4 that time by. So, Theo running the white and red car. Oh, James CA going 17.2. Yes, it's true. We got a new race leader. 17.1 for James that time by. He's driving the green, white, and blue. And he is now your race leader. So if you've seen green, white, and blue in the rear view mirror, just give him a little space. Good teamwork there, guys. Buck 45 down, 3:15 to go. James, Theo, Sanjeev, Milo, Kevin, and Kyle, your full running order at this time. We are just about 2 minutes down with 3 minutes remaining. All right, now James on 18.13 for pace. Got Theo 17.07, Sanjeev at 16.02, Milo is 16.11, Kevin a 15.10, Kyle a 14.11. Yeah, 220 down, 240 to go, or just past halfway, or just prior to halfway. So James half a second up on Theo. Theo 10 ahead of Sanjeev. Sanjeev half a second up on Milo. Milo 11 up on Kevin. Kevin 6.7 ahead of Kyle. All right, folks, 2:10 remains. And it's going to be Theo back to the front.
Two minutes left.
With 2 minutes remaining, we got Theo 17.02, James 17.03, Sanjeev a 16.07, Milo a 16.10, Kevin a 15.10, Kyle a 14.08. A minute 45 remains, drivers. New fast lap from James, a 16.9. Doing just fine. So right now, Theo 0.9 ahead of James. James 13 ahead of Sanjeev. Sanjeev 4.7 ahead of Milo. Milo 8.5 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 13 ahead of Kyle. Oh, somebody's got a tire unglued. First turn.
1 minute left.
Careful in the first turn. All right, 50 seconds remain. Theo 18-17 for pace. Yeah, James 17.05, Sanjeev 16.03, Milo 16.15, Kevin at 15.07, Kyle at 14.02. $35 seconds remain. All right, stop. Okay, go. All right, time is running out. Keep on going, drivers. Keep going until you hear the computer say your name.
Ten quartet done. Sanjeev Patel done. Milo Lakson done. James C. done. Kevin Abhishek done.
One more car, guys. One more car. Making his way around the last two corners. And
All
that'll be a
drivers
race,
are
guys.
finished.
Thielen
Kyle
taking that one
Panaga
17
done.
flat. How about that? James going 17.03. Sanjeev a 16.01. Milo a 16.13. Kevin a 15.11. And Kyle a 15.19. Okay, we're making our way into race number 4 now. Our first heat of the combined expert intermediate category.
Staples.
Expermediate.
K. Kim. Joe Colicchio. George Lakson. Krish Patel.
Okay, everybody's checked in. I'm going to need all my drivers from that previous race. Please come on out. I need your guys' help to marshal this one. This is race number 4 on track. All right, let's get all my drivers from that last one out to the track, please. All right, do I have anybody on the right side of the track? Cool, awesome. Thank you, guys. Okay, we'll get this party started here. This is our first heat of expert intermediate buggy. FYI, probably be a 10 car. Yeah, it's going to be a 10 car main, guys. There's 10 entries in this category, so I figured with being a light night, might as well cut you guys in half and put you in 2 separate heats. Now the decision, do you want to be cut in half hamburger style or hot dog style? I'm not actually going to cut you in half. Maybe for the Halloween race. All right, we're 45 seconds in. All right, so early fast lap going to K at a 15.0. Way to go. Got James at 15.3, way to be. Joe a 15-9, doing just fine. Got George 16-5 and looking alive. Krish 15-4, foot to the floor. We're $1.15 down, 3:45 left. Right now it's K on top of the leaderboard, 2013 for pace. He's half a second up on James. James on 1901. Joe on a 1909. George an 18 flat. Krish an 1803. All right, we're a minute 40 down with 3:20 to go. All right, we're $1.50 down. James, K, Joe, Krish, and George, your running order at this time. And this time by, it's going to be K up on James by 0.4. These guys pretty close here on pace. 2013 versus a 2014. That time by, James going a 15-2. Yes, it's true. So right now, James and K kind of teetering on the edge of 20 laps, 19 laps. We got Joe on a 1906, Krish on 1910, George in 1805. 2:35 down, 2:25 to go. All right, 2:50 down, 2:10 to go. Colicchio on a 2014. We got K going 1904, Joe 1905, Krish 1906.
2 minutes left.
George 1805. 3 down, 2 to go. James, new fast lap, 15-0. All right, we got $1.45 to go, drivers. All right, $1.25 remains. James, 3.5 ahead of KK, 1.3 ahead of Joe, Joe, 1.3 ahead of Krish, Krish, 9 ahead of George. Minute 15 remaining. All right, 4 minutes down.
1 minute left.
James 2013, K 1901, Joe 1904, Krish 1905, George 1805. This is race number 4 in the final minute. Got race 5 up next. All right, 35 seconds to go. That time by, we got Krish up to the 3 spot. James 1.7 ahead of KK, 2.6 ahead of Krish, Krish 6.4 ahead of Joe, Joe 9 ahead of George. All right, folks, got 10 seconds left on the clock. Keep on going. Computer announces when you're done.
K. Kim done. Krish Patel done.
Oh, good thing James snuck
George
by for the bonus
Blackson
lap.
done. Joe Colicchio done.
So it's going to be a really long last lap here, but he got there.
All drivers are finished.
All right, James going
Staples
20-22. Got K at 19 flat, Krish at 1902, Joe at 1910, George 1806. All right, folks, up next is race 5. That's Caden, John, Martin, Ryan, and Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
Martin White.
So if we were to assume that all drivers had an equal chance of winning this one, there's a 20%
Loctite
chance of
Milio.
Orion winning.
Ryan T. Randall.
Actually, I'm sorry, that's a 40% chance. 40% chance of Ryan.
Cadden C.
And see, that's why I work at an RC track and not a computer company. I am horrible at math.
Ryan Vernally.
All right. Do I have all my drivers from that previous group or representatives on behalf? I think I do. So, we're going to get this party started here. All right, Martin starts us off a 16-0. Ryan, well, that might be fastest up in lap. Let's see what Caden has. Caden going 15-2. So Caden ready to rip off the rip. That's going to be a fluorescent red and yellow car. All right, Caden CA out front, followed by Martin, Ryan, and John. All right, Ryan Randall going 15-1. Caden going 15-0. All right, now Caden out front, 20-05. Got Martin at 2014, Ryan at 1902. Vernally, that is. Actually, both Ryans now 1902. And John, 1915. We're $1.15 down with 3:45 to go. Caden CA out front, 14-9 that time by. All right, Caden Martin, Ryan, John. So CA on a 20-05. Trouble there for your race leader. That will negatively affect the pace here. We'll check in here as everybody crosses the line one more time. So right now, Ryan Vernally to the top spot. Followed by Randall White, CA, and Milio. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left. This is race number 5, folks. Up next, race 6, our truck class. Ryan, Caden, Martin, and John, your running order. And we got Martin going out 14,999. 14.99. You can't buy those lap times for $14.99, I'll tell you that. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. And Caden going 14.7. I'll put his pace to a 2012. Got Vernally 2013. Randall now 2011. White 2014. Emilio 1905. Randall throwing down a 14.9 of his own. All right, we are now 3 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
$3.10 down, $1.50 to go. Randall 2012, Vernally 2012, White a 2013, CA a 1901, Emilio a 1903. Minute 25 remains, drivers. Vernally 0.015 ahead of Randall. Now Ryan 1.5 ahead of Martin. Martin 1.1 ahead of Caden. Caden 1.5 ahead of John. From first to last, about 5 seconds, guys. pretty strong run group here. Good competition.
1 minute left.
You heard the man, a minute to go. .45 seconds left. Vernali 1.2 ahead of Randall. Randall 0.3 ahead of White. White 0.9 ahead of CA. CA 3 up on Melio. 35 seconds remain. Mm-hmm. 20 seconds remain. Oh, trouble in the middle. 15 seconds left. And that is going to put White up to the 2. 5 seconds left. Keep going. Vernali 2 ahead of White. White 0.4 ahead of CA. CA 3.1 ahead of Randall. Randall 0.4 ahead of Melio.
Ryan T. Randall done. Loctite Melio done. Martin White done. Ryan Vernally done.
One more. And that'll be a race, guys. It's going to be Vernali going to 2011. Got Martin going 2013. Caden to 2015. Ryan 1901. John 1902. All right, folks. Good job, drivers. We're going to move into race number 6 now. This is Stadium Truck.
Tables.
Julian, James, George, Brian, and Kay.
King Julian.
All right. Got 3 out of 5 so far.
Rice Cakes Supreme.
All right, let's get all of our drivers out here from that last race. Need all of you guys. Also, I'm looking for George Laxon and Kay. It is your turn to race truck. All right, I had 5 drivers in the last race. I should have 5 turn marshals out here. How are we looking?
Laxon.
I can only see 3. I know there's probably 2 tucked under here. We got 5? Awesome. Thank you. All right, folks. Let Kay get checked in. There he is. All right, we are going racing. Fastest opening lap goes to BG at a 15.2. Julian a 15.9. James a 16.5. Kay a 16.8. George an 18. We're 35 seconds in. .45 down, 4:15 to go. Brian, Julian, James, Kay, and George. Your full running order. So, Brian, 4 laps in, currently working a 20.08 for pace. We got Julian 1901, James 1911, K 1915, George 1707. All right, $1.25 in, 3:35 to go. $1.40 down, 3:20 to go. BG 2008, Julian 1901, James 1911, K 1817, George 1704. Two down, three to go. So Brian currently 3.5 ahead of Julian. Julian 3.2 ahead of James. James 6.5 ahead of K. K 2.9 ahead of George. $2.25 in, 2:35 to go. Brian, Julian, James, K, and George, your full running order here. This is race number 6 on track. Up next is 4-wheel buggy. So BG continues to lead this one, 2009, Julian in 1901, James in 1911, K 1806, George 1705.
2 minutes left.
Minute 40 to go. Trouble up front. Thank you. So, Brian, 1.7 ahead of Julian. Julian, 7 ahead of James. James, 7 ahead of K. K, 11 ahead of George. All right, $1.20 remains. Minute 5 to go, drivers.
1 minute left.
$45 seconds left. Brian 2.5 ahead of Julian. Julian 9 ahead of James. James 9 ahead of K. K 12 ahead of George. Brian on 2013. Julian a 19 flat. James a 1913. K 1806. George 1704. Go. $20 seconds left. Time is running out. Drivers, keep going until you hear the computer announce you as done. Up next is race 7, 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive is up next.
King Julian done. George Laxon done. K Kim done. Rice Cakes Supreme done. All drivers.
All right, I'll be a race,
finished.
guys. Brian, Julian, James,
Staples
K, and
done.
George, your full running order. BG at 2012, Julian at 19 flat, James 1913, K in 1804, George at 1702. Race number 7, 4-wheel drive. Kayla, Steve, Jovi, and Kevin. Pretty much the same lineup as 2-wheel mod, except Kevin's taking my place. I'm still waiting for Brandon Perea to sell me his 4-wheel drive.
Jovi Levin.
Even then, I'm not sure it's a
Kevin
wise
Allen.
idea to do 2 classes on race night. If I'm the guy, you know.
Steve Loom.
I don't know. I think if I got a 4-wheel, it'd be mainly for like the big races, Top Gun, NorCal Champs. If I go out of town. Yeah, if I do nationals and I run 21.5 2-wheel, I'm going to want a fast class to race too. I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards 17.5. Yeah, that would work. Thank you. Yeah. What happened to Kalis? Oh, darn. Okay. All right, do I have all my truckers? I got James, got Kay, got George, got Brian, and I imagine Julian's over here. His usual spot. He's hiding from me. All right, folks, we're going racing. All right, this is our 4-wheel drive category. Got Kalis driving the invisible car this round. Oh. Levin coming in hot. So Levin fastest opening lap of 14.2, Steve of 14.5, Kevin of 15.2. So Jovi, Steve, Kevin, your order after lap 2. All right, we're 45 seconds in, 4:15 remaining. Might need a little help marshaling the next race up. Next race up going to be our 21.5 combined category. Sportsman, expert, etc. So Jovi 11 out front, 21.04 for pace. Kevin Allen at 20.09. Steve a 20.10. So that's your closest battle there. Kevin and Steve, 1/10 apart. All right, we're $130 down, 3:30 to go. So yeah, 21.5 up next. My 21.5 car is still sitting on my washing machine at home. Two down, 3 to go. 11 going 13.8 that time by. Now, there's some really great things about the 21.5 class. You know, it's good close racing. It really is easier on the budget. It's kind of like putting the buggy on easy mode in some aspects. It does really emphasize tight lines, really emphasizes discipline when it comes to racing lines. All right, 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Will I run 21.5 buggy again? I am sure I will at some point. Just not sure when. Not sure when. All right, 2:50 down, 2:10 to go. So we got Jovi 11 at 22.12.
2 minutes left.
Kevin going 20.04. Steve at 2014. Ba-da-da. I know that song. Da-da-da. Minute 40 to go, drivers. So we got Jovi 11 at 22.12, Kevin Allen at 20.02, Steve on at 20.13. Fast lap, Jovi 11 at 13.8. That lap was great. Yeah, Kevin Allen at 14.6, Steve Leong at 14.5. Ah, 75 seconds remaining, drivers. All All right, this is four-wheel drive buggy on track.
1
We're
minute
looking ready
left.
to attack. 1 minute to go, drivers. Da-na-na. So we got Jovi 2211, Kevin a 2003, Steve a 1902. $30 seconds left. Steve with a little belly flop there. $15 seconds. 11 on 22 lap pace. Alan a 2002, Steve a 1903. Time has expired. Keep going till you hear the computer.
Kevin Allen done.
Looks like everyone's getting caught.
Steve Lung done. All drivers are
And that'll
finished.
be a race, guys. Jovi,
Jovi
Kevin,
Lovin
and
done.
Steve. So Jovi at 2211, Kevin at 2002, Steve 1902. All right, this is 21.5 buggy. Milo, Theo, Tony, Eric, Dave, Kin, Art, and Joe.
Grasshopper.
Mostly expert today, but we also got Milo and Theo representing the sportsman contingent. Milo, easily recognizable by a small stature,
Joe Colic Chio.
but don't let that fool you.
Kin Lo.
I need a little help up front, guys. I'm going to need all my drivers from four-wheel drive. I'm also going
Let's
to need
go,
a little
Art.
bit of help. Little help.
10 car Ted. Milo Laxa.
All right, folks, this is 21.5. Tony, you going to make this one? There he is.
Eric Vasiodine.
I'm going to hand it off to my esteemed colleague, the one and only Flying Brian Gross.
Waiting for a check from Tony. There he is. Hold on.
El Tigre.
Okay, everybody's checked in. We got a fair amount of turn marshals, I guess. Are we missing anybody? We got Steve. We got Kevin. All right. So this is the mixed class sportsman and expert. 21.5. Milo, Theo, Tony, Eric, David, Kin, Art, Joe. Spread yourselves out. 5-minute qualifier. Next time you go by. Clock is on. Go when you want to go. Got Theo and Milo hanging out. And Eric waiting for his opportunity to go. Everybody is being scored. 21.5 mixed buggy as they come around for their flying first laps. See who has the fastest opening lap. Fastest opening lap goes to Tony Wilson with a 15.6. Dave Bixler just improves that to a 15.6, slightly faster. Milo with a 17.5. Theo with a 17.7. Tony with a 15.6. David 15.6. Eric 16.8. Ken 17.1. Faster driver comes up on you, let him by. 1 minute down, 4 to go. Top of the leaderboard to 21.5 expert Tony Wilson, currently on a 25.13. 1.4 behind Tony. David Bixler, actually, 19.07. 0.2 behind Bixler. Eric Vasutin just turns in his hot lap, 15.7. 0.3 behind Eric, Joe Colicchio, then Art, then Kin. For the Sportsmans, we got Milo to the top, currently on a 17:09. He is 1.2 seconds ahead of Theo Lynn. 17:17, 130 down, 3:30 to go. He'll get there. Wait. I gotta go. Let's see what that is. That works. Milo improves his fast lap to a 17:4. Tony Wilson improves his fast lap once again, 15:6. Basudin with a 15:7. That time by Art with a 16 flat. 2 minutes down, 3 to go. Tony Wilson still to the top of the 19.5 flat. 1.6 seconds behind that, Eric Basudin. 19:05. Just 0.5 behind Eric. Dave Bixler, 19:07. 3.7 behind Dave. Art, 18 flat. Then Joe, then Kin. For the Sportsmen, Milo still to the top, 17.508. He's 8.7 seconds ahead of Theo Lynn. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Art's fast lap that time by 15.9. Tony's still on a 20:15. He's 1.8 seconds ahead of Eric Basudin. Eric Basudin 1.3 ahead of Dave Bixler. Bixler 3.7 ahead of Art. Art improves his fast lap again to another 15.9. Little mix up getting on the straightaway.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes to go. Thank you, Milo. Theo improves his fast lap that time by 17.7. So in the Sportsman, still Milo to the top. 17.11 is the pace. He's now 11 seconds ahead of Theo Lynn. And for the experts, Tony still continues to lead. He's on a 19.5 flat. 3.8 seconds behind Tony. Dave Bixler now to the 2, 19.506. 1.5 behind Bixler, Eric Basudin, 19.508. 1.8 behind Eric, Art Cardinelli, 19.512. Then Joe, then Kin. 1:15 remains. Thank you, Milo.
1 minute left.
1 minute to go. Caution in front of the driver's stand. Who's that? Looks like Tony Wilson. Tony previously 3.2 seconds ahead of Dave Bixler. Let's see what that does this time by. Dave puts in his fastest lap so far, 15.6. So with Tony with a long lap, he drops to the 2. Dave Bixler to the 1, 19.05 is the pace. He is 0.7 seconds ahead of Tony Wilson. Tony Wilson is 0.7 seconds ahead of Eric Basudin. Basudin is 3.7 seconds ahead of Cardinelli. Then Joe, then Ken, 30 seconds to go. Yep. So Dave Bixler now to the top. He is 0.8 seconds ahead of Tony Wilson with 15 seconds to go. Tony just 0.5 ahead of Basudin. Now the other way around, but still Tony then Eric. 5 seconds to go. Time's expired. Go until you hear your name. Everybody still on the clock?
Kinlow done.
Keep going, keep going.
Grasshopper
Ken, you're done. Bixler, you're done.
Let's go Art done.
Art, Joe,
Joe
Milo,
Colicchio done.
Tony,
Milo Laxon done.
Theo,
LT Gray
Eric.
done.
Everybody is done.
10
So in
Quartet
the end,
done.
that one goes to David
All
Bixler.
drivers are finished.
19.505 is the
Eric
pace.
Basudin done.
Tony Wilson in the 2, 19.506. Eric Basudin in the 3, 19.507. Then Art, then Joe, then Kin. And for the Sportsmen's, Milo is victorious. 16.503 is the pace. Then Theo. Ta-da. That's a lot of cars. Boop. The race has completed. Moving on. And now we move on to the final race of the night, two-wheel drive modified buggy, and there's only 4. Steve, Dan, Kalis, Jovi. Yay. And we're going to have tons of marshals, so get out there and help. And that's true. If you get out here late and everybody's already out here, you're now demoted to race 1. Huh? Sucks to be you. Hurry up.
Daniel Z.
All right, everybody's making their way to the driver's stand. Marshall's making their way to the track. Theo said, I'm not doing race 1. Look how fast he got out
Steve
here.
Loom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Theo. All right, looking for a check from Jovi and a check from Kalis. Is Kalis there? There he is. Where's his car? Oh, God. No problem. No problem.
Jovi Levin.
Last week, Kalis was long jumping the 4-pack, just smack right into the bottom of the jump. Let's see if that's the fast way to do it this time. I don't know. All right, here comes Kalis. Again, let him get a lap or 2 in. No problem, no problem. 8 o'clock. Hey, did you guys know Top Gun is this weekend? Top Gun. Get some. I'm pretty sure all these guys are going to be here. I don't know. I didn't check, but Modified is going to be a class, so let it rip. All right, everybody's checked in. All the marshals are on the track. Everybody knows what to do. 4-car race. Clock is on. Spread yourselves out. Do what you got to do. Everybody's on the clock. Somebody's yawning. Are we keeping you up here? Sorry. Things are about to get loud. Jovi Levin with the fastest lap. Opening lap, 13.9. Kalis with a 14.9. Dan with a 15.4. Steve with a 16.1. Having fun. Just getting started. 30 seconds down. 4:30 to go. One minute down, 4 minutes to go. Jovi Levin to the top of the leaderboard currently. 22.512 is the pace. 1.4 behind that, Kalis Lowe, who turns in his fast lap that time by 14.1. Then 3.0 seconds behind Kalis is Dan. And just 0.8 behind Dan is Steve. Four seconds total from the top to the bottom. Kalis now to the top. Jovi with a slightly longer lap. He's going to have to drive a little harder and dig himself out. Kalis with a 14 flat that time by. He's going faster. He is currently your leader. 21.503 is the pace. Jovi Levin also with a 14 flat last time by. 14.1 this time by. They are 2 seconds apart. Steve now 3.4 behind Jovi. Dan just 0.8 behind Steve. 2 minutes down, 3 to go. Dan improves his hot lap that time by 15 flat. How about that? Steve Leung, same exact lap, 15 flat. 15.095 for Steve, 15.096 for Dan. They are 0.7 seconds apart on the clock. But still, Kalis Lowe is your leader, 21.502 the pace. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Jovi Levin just 1.8 behind Kalis. Make that 1.7, so he's chipping away slowly. Steve now 6.4 behind Jovi. That's a tough hill to climb. Dan with another 15 flat, slightly faster that time by. He's 1.1 seconds behind Steve. 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes left.
So Jovi and Kalis 1.2 apart on the clock, but right behind each other on the straightaway here. Now 0.4 is the gap. Kalis technically in the lead. Jovi is in front. One-tenth. Now the gap between Kalis and Jovi. Jovi just trailing Kalis with clean air in front. And only Dan coming up soon. And I know Dan's going to do the right thing. Dan improves his hot lap that time by 14.9. Doing fine. Here comes Dan. Here comes Jovi. Jovi to the top this time by 21.503 the pace. He's now 0.7 seconds ahead of Kalis Lowe with 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
Yeah, I just said that. Oh, Steve gets it wrong. Kalis gets by unscathed. Jovi, Kalis, Dan, Steve. Dan and Steve just 0.8 apart on the clock. Advantage Dan. 40 seconds to go. Jovi putting a little distance on Kalis. The gap is now 4.1. 30 seconds to go. Whoa. It sounds cool. Looks cool. I don't know if it's any faster. 15 seconds to go. Time about to expire. And now it has. So you will go until you hear your name.
Jovi Levin done.
Jovi, you're done.
Daniel Z done.
Dan, you're done.
Raw
Oh
done.
my God. Somebody's done in a spectacular fashion.
All
How's the
drivers
wall
are
look?
finished.
Oh my God. Steve, you're done.
Steve,
Everybody
you're
is
done.
done. That one goes to Jovi 11, 21.502. Is the pace. Fast lap of the race, Jovi 11, 13.9. Kalis in the 2, 21.09. Dan in the 3, 20.07. Steve, 20.10. All right, that concludes round 1 of qualifying. Dan's going to come up here and reset the board, go back to race 1. So if you did not turn marshal that race from race 8, please help us out in race 1 in about 5 minutes. Thanks.
All right, guys, we're going right back into round number 2. So, race number 1 going to be Ryan, Martin, Ryan, Art, and John. Turn marshals if I can get my modified group. Anybody maybe left over from 21.5? That'd be great. Gonna need some turn marshals, please.
Ryan T. Randall. Martin White. Loctite Milio. Ryan Vernally. Let's go Art.
Okay, I got everybody checked in. Got Kalis. I got Steve. I'm gonna need a little bit of help, guys. Need a little bit of help for this one. All right, guys. Gonna need a few more turn marshals. Gonna need a few more. Yes, I'm gonna need a few more turn marshals. Gonna need a few more. You need a little bit of help for this one, guys. Yeah, light nights like this, we usually need a little bit of help. When all the classes are full, it's a little different, but light nights like tonight, we're going to have to work together and help each other out here. Yeah, I got the middle uncovered at the moment. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. All right, we'll go with that. Drivers, we are going racing. All right, everybody on the clock here. All right, Martin White, fastest opening lap at 15.3. Ryan Vernally at 15.4. Ryan Randall, 15.8. Art, 16. John, 17. Still got 4:30 to go. So we are now 2 laps in. Martin White out front. Randall going 15.0 that time by. We're now 55 in with 4:05 to go. Right now, Martin, Ryan, John, and Art, your full order. Everybody in the 15s here for fast lap. Everybody 15.6 and faster. 110 down, 3:50 to go. So, Martin, Ryan, John, Art. This is race number 1, round number 2 on track. Martin at 15.1 that time by. Puts his pace to a 20.06. Got Ryan Randall at 20.09. Vernally at 20.11. Milio at 19.01. Cardinale 19.07. Oh, you got a minute 40 down, 3:20 to go. So Ryan Randall out front, 0.047 ahead of Martin. Martin 0.8 ahead of Vernali. Vernali 1.5 ahead of Emilio. Emilio 1.4 ahead of Cardinale. All right, we're now 2 minutes down. 3 minutes left. This is 40 plus heat 1 on track. Got another heat of 40 plus coming up next. There may be an 11 car main tonight in 40 plus. Martin White taking it back. He's 1/10 ahead of Randall. Randall 1.2 ahead of Vernali. Vernali 2.5 ahead of Emilio. Emilio 1.3 ahead of Cardinale. 230 down, 230 left. Randall on a 2008. Vernali a 2014. White a 2015. Emilio 1902. Cardinale 1903. We are coming up on 3 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
Randall, Vernali, White, Emilio, Cardinale, your full order from first to last. It's about 5 seconds. Minute 45 remains. So we got $1.35 to go. Ryan Randall remains your leader, 2010 for pace. White going 2015, Vernali 2015, Cardinale 1902, Emilio 1903. $1.30 to go, drivers, 90 seconds remain. Okay, drivers, we're coming up on 4 minutes down.
1 minute left.
So Ryan T. Randall out front, 2009. Vernali Anna, 2014. Martin White, a 2015. Art on the 1901. John, a 1905. We got 45 seconds to go, drivers. $30 seconds remain. $20 to go, drivers. $10 seconds. Keep going until the computer says you're done.
Ryan Vernali done. Loctite Emilio done. Let's go Art done. Ryan T. Randall done.
All right,
All
that'll be a
drivers
race,
are
guys.
finished.
Ryan Randall, 2009. Martin White, the
done.
2015. Ryan Vernali, a 19 flat. Art going 1904. John, 1905. Okay, up next is race 2 of 40 plus. Brian, Kevin, Tony, Julian, Dave, and Eric.
King Julian. Rice Cakes Supreme. Grasshopper. El Tigre.
All right, man, need my drivers from that last group to come on out and turn marshal. All right, there's Alan. How about Vasutin? Is he
Kevin
going to make
Allen.
this one? Anybody check on Vasutin? Okay. All right, got my marshals out here. Let's go racing, guys. When you cross the line, your time will begin. And now it's Tony's turn to chase. Oh, jeez. The disappearing act. So your fastest opening lap goes to Taylor at a 14.9. Allen at 15.3. Everybody else in the 16s and beyond. A little bit of a rough opening lap for a few of our runners. Tony going 15.2. Wow, Kevin Allen at 14.7. 14.7 for Kevin. One down, 4 to go. Allen on top of the leaderboard, 20.05 for pace. Taylor 20.05. Wilson at 20.15. We got 3:45 to go. Right now, Kevin 1 second ahead of Julian. Julian 1.5 ahead of Tony. Tony 5 and change ahead of Brian. Brian 7.6 ahead of Dave. Got buck 35 down, 3:25 to go. All right, 150 down, 3:10 to go. So Kevin now down to a 20.03. We got Julian in 2011, Tony 2012, Brian 1909, Davis 1714. 2:15 down, 2:45 remains. So Kevin 3.4 ahead of Julian. Julian 0.06 ahead of Tony, 0.1 ahead of Julian now. Julian 4.4 ahead of Brian. Brian 16 ahead of Dave. Got 2:25 remaining drivers. All right, 2:10 remains. So Kevin 2002, Tony 2010, Julian 2010,
left.
Brian 1904, Davis 1707. Got a minute 55 to go, drivers. Got Sportsman Buggy up next. $140 remains. Buck 30 to go, 90 seconds left. Kevin now 4.5 ahead of Tony. Tony 1.9 ahead of Julian. Julian 3 ahead of Brian. Minute 20 to go. Minute 10 remains, 70 seconds.
One minute left.
You heard the man, a minute to go. $45 seconds left. $30 seconds to go. Kevin 5 ahead of Tony. Tony 2.5 ahead of Julian. Julian 3 ahead of Brian. Kevin down to a 20.02 for pace. $10 seconds.
Kevin Allen done. LT Gray done. King Julian done. Rice Cakes Supreme done.
And that will be a
All
race,
drivers
guys.
are
Kevin Allen,
finished.
2002. Tony,
Grasshopper
2007. Julian, 2010. We got Brian, 2013. Dave, 1812. All right, folks, up next is Sportsman Buggy. That's going to be Theo, James, Sanjeev, Milo, Kevin, and Kyle.
Kyle Panaga. James C. Ten Carted. Milo Laxon. Sanjeev Patel. Kevin Abhishek.
All right, guys, I'm going to need turn marshals out here. All right, I got Dave, I got Brian, I got Kevin. Who else do I have out there? Is there anybody over here, Brian? Okay. Okay, we're going to go racing, guys. When you cross the line, your time will begin. All right, our fastest opening lap goes to James out of 17.3. That's Sanjeev, 18.1 Theo, and 18.7. Careful up front. Careful up front. That is clear. 45 down, 4:15 remains. All right, we got 55 seconds in. Right now, James, Theo, Sanjeev, Kyle, Kevin, and Milo, your running order. Got James out front on an 18-lap pace. Theo, 17.02, Sanjeev, 17.08, Kyle, 16.04, Milo, 16.18, Kevin on 13. All right, we're $120 down with 3:40 to go. All right, James out front, 18-13 the pace. That time by going 16-9. Doing just fine. Got Theo holding down the 2 spot, 17.04 for pace. Got Sanjeev a 17.13. Kyle 16.04. Milo 16.09. Kevin a 13. We are just about 2 minutes into this race. So James currently 2.5 ahead of Theo. Theo is 2.5 ahead of Sanjeev. Sanjeev 3.7 ahead of Kyle. Kyle 4.1 ahead of Milo. We got 2:50 to go. This is race number 3 on track. Careful up front, guys. Careful up front, up front, up front. And that is clear. Turn 1, careful. That is clearing up. That Theo going 16-9 that last time by. All right, James, Theo, Sanjeev, Kyle, Milo, Kevin, your full running order. All right, drivers, we got 3 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
Right now, Theo Lynn taking over the top spot, going 16-3. So Theo now 2.3 ahead of James. James is 6 ahead of Sanjeev. Sanjeev 8.5 ahead of Kyle. Kyle 5.9 ahead of Milo. Milo a lap up on Kevin. We got a minute 40 to go, drivers. This is race 3 on track. Race 4, we're going to the Expert Intermediate Combined category. All right, minute 15 to go, drivers. 75 seconds remain. James that time by, going 16-4. All right now, Theo 1.7 ahead of James. Closest battle on track. Back straight,
1
back
minute
straight.
left.
Clear. All right, 50 seconds left. Theo up by 1.6. 45 seconds remain. And James now taking over the top spot. He's up by 0.09. It's going to come down to the final lap here, drivers. Both drivers on pace better than round one's TQ. Keep going, keep going. Keep going.
Sanjeev Patel done.
Oh, trouble there for James.
Kevin Abhishek done.
That is likely going to hand it to Theo.
Milo Laxon done. Kyle Panaga done.
And that'll be a race,
Sven
guys.
Kartek
Theo Lynn
done.
takes TQ, a sportsman going
drivers are
18-13. Got James in
James C.
18-17, Sanjeev a 16 flat, Milo a 16-11, Kyle a 16-17, Kevin a 14-01. All right, folks, I'm going to need you guys to set your cars down. Come on out to turn marshal. Up next is race number 4.
Staples. Krish Patel. K. Kim. Joe Kolakchio. George Laxon.
All right, got everybody checked in? Let's get all of our turn marshals out here, please. All right, let's see. I got Kevin out there. I got Theo, got Sanjeev, I got James. Can I get somebody up front, either Milo or a parent? That works. Okay, we're going racing, guys. All right, fastest opening lap goes to James at 15.6. Got George a 16.7, K a 16.7. We got 35 seconds down. So 45 seconds in. James out front. 15.4 that time by. All right, one down, 4 to go. Colicchio out front. His pace right now, 19 flat. Got K in 19.03. George in 19.12. Joe in 18.04. Krish also in 18.04. All right, we're 125 down, 3:35 remaining. So right now, James is 4.5 ahead of KK, 0.1 ahead of Krish. Krish 0.2 ahead of George. George 0.3 ahead of Joe. Minute 45 down, 3:15 to go. All right, 2 down, 3 remaining. So, Colicchio that time by a 15.2. Yes, it's true. His pace now at 2013. You got K in 19.08, Krish 19.11, Joe 19.13, and George 19.16. We got 2:30 down, now 2:30 to go. James Colicchio out front. All right, 2:45 down, 2:15 remains. James 5 ahead of KK, 0.7 ahead of Krish. Krish 1.4 ahead of Joe. Joe 2.9 ahead of George.
2 minutes left.
You heard the man. 3 down, 2 to go. James 2014, K in 1906, Krish 1907, Joe in 1910, George 18 flat. 1:45 remaining. Somebody's slippers are slipping. That might have been James whose slipper was slipping. So that is likely a hand to lead off to Krish Patel right now. A minute 15 to go, drivers. All right, folks. Closing in on 1 minute left. 4 minutes down.
1 minute left.
So we got Krish out front, 1905, K 1910, Joe 1911, George 1916. Looks like Colicchio's 20-lap run is going to keep him in the top 4. $30 seconds left. $15 seconds to go. Closest battle, Laxton and Kim. George and Kay just 0.8 apart with 10 seconds left.
K Kim done. Krish Patel done. George Laxon done.
All right, one more car making his way down the back straightaway.
All drivers
That'll be a
are
race,
finished.
guys. Krish going 1904,
Colicchio
Joe in
done.
1909, K 1801, George 1801. And I'm going to need you guys to set your buggies down. Come on out to turn marshal. Race number 5 is up next.
Cadency. Loctite Milio. Ryan T. Randall. Martin White. Ryan Vernally.
All right, folks. Got everybody checked in. I got Joe. I got Kay. I got James. I got Milo out here. Let's see. I got somebody over here. I believe that's going to be Krish. Can I get one of you guys over here? I got like 4 over there and 1 over here. I'm going to need one of you guys to migrate to the right side of the track. Oh, okay. We got George and Milo out here. Okay. Dynamic duo. Actually, James, let's get you in the middle. Let's get you in the middle, that middle lane. All right, folks. We're going to get this party started. Martin, I was a little bit fast. I'll need you to do a quick stop and go. Go. All right, 2 laps in the books. Right now it's Ryan, Caden, Martin, Ryan, and John. All right, Ryan Randall, 15-0 that time by. Caden going 15-2. 55 seconds in. Caden another 15-2. He's driving out fluorescent red and yellow car. And he is moving. All right, $1.15 down, 3:45 remaining. Right now, Martin out front, 2012. Got Caden a 19 flat. Ryan also 19 flat. Vernally, that is Randall on a 1910. Milio on an 18 flat. So White's pace, 2011. That put him on top of the leaderboard. White now 2012. Vernally 2014. Caden, a 2013 now. Ryan Randall, 1904. John Milio, 1912. Still kind of early. We're just under 2 minutes in. All right, folks, 2 minutes down, 3 minutes left. Caden, Ryan, Martin, Ryan, and John. Caden going 15-1 that time by. He's on 2011 for pace. Got Martin at 2012, Ryan at 2013. Randall a 19 flat, Milio a 1905. And now it's Caden on a TQ pace, 2010 now. Vernally a 2012, Martin a 2013, Randall a 2014, Milio 1904. 2:45 down, 2:15 remains. All right, folks, 3 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
Caden 2010, Ryan 2012, Martin 2012, Randall 2013, Milio 1902. Everyone's stepping it up a little bit. $1.45 remaining. Caden up by 1.2 seconds. Got Vernally 0.2 ahead of White. White 0.4 ahead of Randall. Randall 3 ahead of Milio. Minute 30 remaining, guys. 90 seconds left. Caden bringing that pace down to 20:09. Minute 10 remains. Drivers, 70 seconds to go. Caden continues to lead. 1.7 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 0.5 ahead of Martin. Martin 2.2 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 3.2 ahead of John. You heard the man. A minute to go. Race leader on the fluorescent red and yellow. Second place going to be black, orange, white. Third place car, new colors for Ryan Vernali. Yeah, at least he's not running carpet gray anymore. I can see this car. 35 seconds left. All right, 25 seconds to go. Fifteen seconds.
Loctite Milio done. Martin White done. Cadden C done.
One more car
Ryan
making his
Vernali
way down
done.
the back straight. And that'll
All
be a race,
drivers
guys.
are
Caden
finished.
CA going
Ryan T.
2010.
Randall done.
Taking over TQ. Got Ryan Vernali, that is, 2013. Martin at 2014. Ryan Randall at 2015. John at 1902. All right, that will take us into race number 6, our stadium truck class. Stadium truck. You guys are up. Race 6.
Staples. Rice Cakes Supreme.
All right, let's get all of our drivers out here from that last race. I may need you guys to turn marshal. Let's see, are we going to get a full field of trucks here? Looking for all 5.
King Julian.
Apparently, you can thank Brian Gross for that, Julian. Hey, at least he didn't write Queen Julian. That would have been messed up. I wouldn't have put that in. But King Julian has a good ring to it. All right. Let's see. Do I have all my turn marshals? Cool. I'm in danger. Okay. There we go. There's 5 trucks. We're going racing, guys. Careful in the middle, guys. Careful in the middle. Fastest opening lap goes to Taylor at a 15.7. Gross responds with the 15.5. We are 45 seconds in. All right, BG out front out of 2013. We got Taylor 2014. K 1803, George 1714. James also a 1714. Taylor dropping a 15-3. Gross dropping a 15-4. Only 2 trucks in the 15s at this point. Until I said that. James going 15-9. All right, $125 down, 335 to go. So, X-Ray is going to be releasing a new truck. Yep, you heard that right. X-Ray releasing a new truck soon. Minute 50 down, 3:10 to go. Right now, BG on a 2011, Julian a 1901, K a 1915, James an 1815, George a 1712. So we got BG 2.2 ahead of Julian, Julian 5.4 ahead of K, K 6.3 ahead of James, James 6.6 ahead of George. All right, in case you guys haven't heard, Top Gun this Sunday. Usually doors open 7:30 on the big races. Depending on turnout, if it's a huge turnout, we'll have to start a little earlier. If we got a big turnout, we're looking maybe 10:30 start time. 2:45 down, 2:15 to go. We're doing the track build tomorrow night at 5. If you show up and help out with the track build, you get to save a pit spot.
Two minutes left.
You heard the man. 2 minutes to go. BG at 2012.2. We got Julian at 1901. K at 1913. James at 1809. George at 1706. So, Top Gun. Speaking of which, again, we're going to have a raffle. One of the world famous NorCal raffles. Team Associated pitched in with a B7.1. That's going to be the grand prize in our raffle this Sunday. Also got some goods from Gens Ace, One Up Racing. We'll have some stuff from Team Powers. We got some mud flaps, some pens and markers from Horizon Hobby. If you want to check out what we have to offer in our raffle, we got them spread out in the shop. All right, folks, we are now 4 minutes down.
1 minute left.
So, Brian 3.7 ahead, Julian 9.3 ahead of K 12 ahead of James 7 ahead of George. 45 seconds remain. Brian, Julian, K, James, and George, your full order. $20 seconds to go, drivers. Up next is four-wheel drive. If your buggy has front drive shafts, you're up next. Fun fact, a couple years ago in the setup board series, I took third in four-wheel drive with my two-wheel car.
King Julian done.
Hey, my mama said I can be anything I wanted to
George Laxon done. Staples done.
be. Actually,
Rice
no, my
Cake
mama
Supreme
didn't say
done.
that.
All drivers are finished.
All right, Brian Gross,
Kim
2015.
done.
Got Julian in 1903, K in 1915, James in 1810, George in 1706. All right, I'm going to need you guys to set your trucks down. Come on out. Up next, race number 7, four-wheel drive buggy. If your buggy has front drive shafts, or if you think it has front drive shafts, you are up now.
Steve Loom. Bruh. Jovi Levin.
All right, folks, I'm going to need my turn marshals out here, please. All my guys from truck. This is four-wheel drive buggy
Kevin
on track.
Allen.
And we got Kalis this round. I heard somebody locked him in the bathroom last round. They locked the door and turned out the lights on him. Okay, we got our turn marshals out here. Let's go racing, guys. BG playing a little softball, maybe a little golf. I can't tell. He was swinging something. Pickleball, okay. Pickleball's actually mega fun. Yeah, I'll hit up Jordan. Yeah, I kind of want to play some pickleball. I'm down. Pickleball's mega fun if you haven't tried it. Jovi 11 going to 13.5 on the opening lap, backing it up at 13.8. Kalis a 14.1, Kevin a 14.6, and Steve a 14.5. And those are lap times I do in my dreams. 45 down, 4:15 to go. Oh, a little trouble there for Kev. 50 seconds down. Kalis down to a 14.0. Way to go, Mr. Lowe. 1 down, 4 to go. Jovi on 22.03, Kalis a 22.11, Steve a 21.13, and Kevin a 19 flat. So we got Jovi 1.6 ahead of Kalis, Kalis 3.2 ahead of Steve, Steve 3.9 ahead of Kevin. $130 down, drivers, 3:30 to go. Jovi, Kalis, Steve, and Kevin, your running order here. Jovi at 22.04, Kalis 22.12, Steve 21.12. Kevin on 19 at the moment. Got 3:10 to go, drivers. Jovi 11 out front. He's driving the black and orange and white. Got Kalis Lowe driving out blue and white with the red trim. Got Steve running the white to blue fade. And Kevin driving the yellow and white with the orange trim. 2:15 down, 2:45 remains. $225 in, $235 to go. Got Jovi 3.8 ahead of Kalis. Kalis 8.2 ahead of Steve. Steve 7 ahead of Kevin. $225 to go. All right, Jovi 3.7 up on Kalis. Kalis 9 ahead of Steve. Steve 6 ahead of Kevin. Fast laps. We got Kalis another 14.5. We got Kevin down to a 14.6. Jovi 11 in the 13s officially.
2 minutes left.
Careful in the middle, guys. That is clear. $150 remaining. All right, folks, got a minute 30 to go. All right, We got just over a minute remaining here. 4 minutes down.
1 minute left.
Jovi 5 ahead of Kalis. Kalis 18 ahead of Steve. Steve 8 ahead of Kevin. Looks like Kevin pulling it into the garage. So we got 45 seconds left. Oh. All right, go ahead. Thank you, James. Much appreciated. 30 seconds left. $15 seconds remain, drivers. Closest battle can be Jovi and Kalis, and they're 6 seconds apart. Keep going. Keep going until the computer says your name.
Jovi Levin done. Steve Lung done. All drivers are finished.
I'll be your race, guys. Jovi,
Right on.
Kalis, and Steve. Your finishing order. All right, I'll take us into 21.5. If I can get a couple volunteers to marshal this next one, help out, please. Use a couple volunteers to help out on this next one. This is 21.5 buggy.
Grasshopper.
Dave, Tony, Eric, Art, Joe, Ken, Milo, and Theo.
Joe Colic Chio. Kin Lo. Let's go Art.
All right, looking for a few more cars to get checked in. Looking for my turn marshals. Need a few volunteers, please. All right, handing it off to BG.
Eric Vasiodine.
Have faith.
Milo Laxon.
Looking for a Theo, looking for a Tony Wilson. Here he is. Looking for, I'd say one more turn marshal if anybody's available to turn marshal over by the rock room, bottom of the driver's stand.
10 car Ted.
Or I guess Steve. Watch your head, Steve. All right, just looking for a check from Tony.
LT Gray.
There he is. Okay, everyone's checked in. 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy. Let's see. Bixler, Wilson, Vasutin, Art, Joe, Kin, and Milo, Theo. If you want to go in actual order, I don't know if they care. I'll wait for them to come around and then. Okay. Sounds good. Spread yourselves out. Give yourselves a little bit of room if you can help it. Go Milo. Go Theo. All right, everybody's on the clock. Uh-oh, I don't like this. See who comes around with the fastest opening lap. That's going to be Tony Wilson with a 15.6. Eric Vasutin with a 16.5. Bixler with a 16.2. Art with a 16.2 as well. Whoa, mixing up on lap 2. Let's give it a second to settle down. 45 seconds in, 4:15 to go. Caution in front of the driver's stand. That is clear. Fast laps improving. Eric Vasutin 15.6. Bixler 16 flat. Theo with a 20. Milo with a 17.7. 110 down, 350 go. Eric Vasutin to the top of the 21.5 expert. 19.503. 1.3 behind Eric. Dave Bixler, who turns in his hot lap 15.9. 0.2 behind that, Art Cardinale. 0.2 behind Art, Tony Wilson. Excuse me. Things mixing up again as Joe turns in his hot lap that time by 15.8. So for 21.5 Sportsman, Milo to the top, 16.03 is his pace. Theo just improves his hot lap to an 18.9. Theo's 8.8 seconds behind Milo. 145 down, 3:15 to go. Eric Rasmussen to the top of it, 21.5 Expert, 19.03 is his pace. Wall ride. Current first round TQ, Dave Bixler was a 19.05. So currently Eric Rasmussen exactly on pace, 19.05. 0.5 behind Eric, Tony Wilson. 0.5, 1 second behind Tony is Joe. 0.6 behind Joe is Bixler. What is happening? Go away. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Somebody forgot to pay the Google bill. All right, Vasudin still to the top. 19.05 is his pace. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Tony Wilson, 7/10 behind Eric. 19.07 is his pace. 1.3 behind Tony. Joe Colicchio, 19.09. Then Bixler, then Cardinale, then Kin. Milo still on top of the Sportsman, 16.04. Eric Vasudin and Tony Wilson, 0.07 apart.
2 minutes left.
0.001 apart that time by. I've never seen that. They're one behind another on the track coming through the middle double. Vasudin pushing hard, but he is in the lead currently. 19.06 is the pace. That is above TQ. Fast lap of the race that time by. Last time by Tony Wilson, 15.4. Tony Wilson to the top. Him and Eric just separated by 0.1. Joe Colicchio, 1.7 behind that. 3:30 down, 1:30 to go. Eric and Tony duking it out. They're 0.08 seconds apart on the clock. Here they come down the back straightaway with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Tony Wilson improves his fast lap once again, 15.4. 0.6 is the gap. Coming up on traffic, you see the gray nose,
1
blue
minute
back.
left.
That's Mr. Wilson. The signature colors of Eric Rasmussen, you know him. Tony Wilson with a long lap puts Vasudin back to the top with 45 seconds to go. Vasudin still on exactly first round TQ time. He needs to improve just slightly. 19.05 is the pace. Joe Colicchio was 1.7. Now he's 1.6 behind Tony Wilson. Tony Wilson's 2.5 behind Vasudin. 25 seconds to go. Eric Vasudin currently ahead of TQ pace by 0.2 with 10 seconds to go. Time has expired. Go until you hear your name. It's going to come down to the last lap.
Let's go. Art done.
Art, you're done.
Yodine done.
Eric, you're done.
LT Gray done. 10 car
Tony,
Tech
you're done. Theo, you're done. Bixler,
Grasshopper done.
Joe, Kin,
Joe
looking for
Colicchio
Milo.
done. Kinlo done.
Everybody is
All
done.
drivers
So
are
that one in the
finished.
end goes to Eric Vasudin.
Milo
19.506 is the pace. Dave Bixler going to retain TQ with a 19.05. Tony Wilson in the 2, 19.07. Joe Colicchio, 19.09. Bixler, 19.10. Art, 18.02. Ken, 17.08. Fast lap of the race. Tony Wilson, 15.4. And the Sportsman, Milo over Theo. The end. I hear so many fans running. Turn them off. All right, that was race 8. We're on to race 9. Two-wheel drive, modified, buggy. Jovi, Kalis, Dan, Steve.
Steve Loom.
It's a 4-horse race. No horses involved. No. Marshall from the last race, please make your way to the track, please. Put your cars down. Come on out. Marshall. Holy cow. I wasn't looking at the track. I was looking at the screen. That still was crazy. Do it again. Do it again. Who's texting me? Marshals are making their way out to the track. Walking fast paces. Something
Bruh.
on homebound.
Daniel Z. Jovi Levin.
Everybody's checked in. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What? Let's see. Bless you. All right. Everybody is checked in. Marshals are in position. Caution in the middle. Caution in the middle. All right. Jovi, Kalis, Dan, Steve. Are they going to wait? Okay, they are in order. So everybody keep the wheels moving. Go ahead, Steve. If you want, I'll turn it on once you go by, and then everybody gets a flying first lap. Clock is on. Everybody is on the clock. Let's put your bets on who's going to have the fastest opening lap. I've got my bet. I was right. Kalis Lowe, 14.5. Although Jove 11, second time by, 14.3. Kalis with another 14.5. So he's still on the top of the leaderboard. 21.05 is the pace so far. 2 laps in, 45 seconds down, 4:15 to go. Give them a little bit to get some laps under their belts before we start worrying about where they are. Times are improving already. Jovi already down to a 14.1. Kalis that time to a 14.0. First round TQ, Jovi 11, 21.502 is the pace. Currently, after just 5 laps, Jovi 11 on a 21.02 again. 0.038 behind that. Kalis on a 21.02 as well. Steve with hot lap 15.1. $140 down, $320 to go. Bless you. Bless you, Art. Can you see me from up here? Dan improves his hot lap that time by to a 14.9. That's an early 14.9 for Dan. Here comes Kalis. Joey with a hot lap of a 13.9, 13.90, almost a 13.8. Slow down, buddy. Backs it up with a 14 flat. 2:15 down, 2:45 to go. Jovi to the top, 22.13 is the pace. Kalis 1.7 behind Jovi, 21.03. Steve with a hot lap that time by 14.7. Another 13.9 that time by for Jovi. Still on a 22-lap pace. Dan, another slightly faster, 14.9 that time by. He must have put some sauce on his tires or something. I don't know.
2 minutes left.
Don't do that. Ugh. One minute and 50 seconds remaining. Jovi 11 still to the top, 22.512 is the pace, 2.6 behind Jovi. Kalis, 21.03 is his pace. Then Steve, then Dan. Gap has grown to 3 seconds between Jovi and Kalis. Jovi still on a 22-13
left.
for pace. 1 minute to go. $14 flat that time by for Jovi while making a pass on Dan. Good teamwork. 13-8 that time by for Jovi. Dan gave him a push. Good job, buddy. 20 seconds to go. It's crazy if you turn Marshall at the end of the straightaway when all the cars come down the straightaway, you get like a push of air. It's pretty crazy. Time's about to expire, and it has. Go until you hear your name.
Jovi Levin done.
Jovi, you're done.
Bruh done.
Kalis, you're done. Dan and Steve still on the clock. Wait a sec, Art.
Daniel Z done.
One more car to finish.
All drivers
All
are
drivers are
finished.
finished, so that one goes again to
Steve
Jovi Levin.
done.
He ends up on a 21 flat. He was on a 22 lap pace for most of the race. Ends up with a 21 flat. Kalis with a 21.04. Dan with a 2012. And Steve with a 2015. Fast lap of the race. Jovi Levin, 13.8. Doing great. All right, that concludes your qualifying rounds for tonight's racing. Dan's going to come up here and set up the mains. Track will be open for 5 to 10 minutes if you need to make any adjustments, and we'll be back with you momentarily. Thanks. Bye.
10 car Ted. Kyle Panaga. 10 car Ted. Kyle Panaga.
All right, folks. So our first race up is going to be the 40 plus AMA and going to be a 10-car race. Sportsman will be our second race up, followed by 17.5, race 3. That'll be a 10-car race as well. Then we got race 4, Stadium Truck, followed by Mod 4-wheel, 21.5, race 6, and 2-wheel Mod, race 7. And before I get asked, yes, I am still running a 17.5 in Mod. Yes, it's still a 17.5 car. And after racing tonight, I'm going to stay for a little bit. Long enough to rebuild my diff.
Loctite Milio.
And, yeah, whatever Martin needs help with, too. Yeah, we can do that. I got a little bit of work to do after work tonight. Yeah, I sure rebuilt my diff yesterday. Just, I had a bunch of other homework to do. Although I did learn some new vinyl application techniques yesterday. That'll be useful going forward. All right, folks. So our first race up is going to be that 40 plus A main. It's going to be Kevin, Brian, Tony, Ryan, Julian, Martin, Ryan, Art, John, and Dave. So I can give you guys a few minutes, but I want to get this race started by 9:30. So that is 7 going on 6 minutes from now. Should I maybe grab something to drink?
Kevin Allen. King Julian. Martin White. Let's Go Art. Ryan T. Randall.
Okay, folks, I'm going to need a little help turn marshaling this one, please. You all my drivers from modified, maybe some of my 21.5 guys. Bottom line is I'm going to need a little bit of help out here.
Rice Cakes Supreme.
Yeah, I need a little help out here, guys. If I can get my mod group out here, maybe some volunteers as well.
Ryan Vernally. Grasshopper. LT Gray.
All right, folks. Thank you guys for your help. Let's line them up on the grid. It's going to be Kevin Allen on the 1, Brian Gross on the 2, Tony Wilson 3, Ryan Randall 4, Julian Taylor 5, Martin White 6, Ryan Vernally 7, Art Cardinale 8, John Melio 9, Dave Bixler on the 10. All right, this could be a preview of 40 Plus on Sunday. All right, folks, got our grid set. Drivers ready. We're going racing in less than 5. All right, Kevin leads them across the line. BG in tow. We got Taylor up to the 3, followed by White and Vernally. All right, we're 25 seconds in. One down the middle, that's Taylor upside down. 35 seconds in. Right now, Kevin Allen leading the way. 14-7 that time by. This time by, Kevin down the back straight. BG in pursuit. Gap between 1 and 2 is 1.6 seconds. Got BG 1.9 ahead of Martin. Martin 0.9 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 1.1 ahead of Art. Art 0.4 ahead of Emilio. Emilio 0.8 ahead of Taylor. Taylor 0.6 ahead of Randall. Kevin once again going 14-7. That is Kevin. He is driving the white car with the yellow and orange flames, making his way through the zigzags down the back straight. This time by Kevin 2.3 ahead of Brian. Brian 2.6 ahead of Martin. Martin 0.9 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 1.9 ahead of John. John 2.3 ahead of Randall. 130 down, 330 left. Buck 40 down, 320 to go. Good teamwork, guys. So Kevin Allen working his way through traffic. That is going to be yellow, orange, white. Second place going to be the blue and yellow. Third place going to be black, orange, white. If you see those cars, give them a little bit of space, please. We are just about 2 minutes down with 3 minutes remaining. Allen 2.5 ahead of Gross. Gross 3.7 ahead of White. White 1.3 ahead of Vernally. Vernally 2.3 ahead of Emilio. Emilio 1.1 ahead of Randall. Randall 3 ahead of Taylor. Taylor 1.3 ahead of Bixler. Bixler 0.6 ahead of Wilson. And Wilson 2 ahead of Cardinale. Got 220 down, 240 to go, drivers. This is 40 plus. Race number 1. Leader down the back straight. We got second place. Now down the back straight. 235 in, 225 to go. All right, 215 remains. BG a little flip. Prior to that, 5 seconds ahead of White, so he still has the gap. Okay, we are now 3 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
Kevin, Brian Martin, Vernali, and Randall, your top 5, followed by Emilio, Taylor, Wilson, Bixler, Cardinale. Minute 50 remains. Allen, 4.8 ahead of Gross. Gross is 4.5 ahead of White. White, 1 ahead of Vernali. Vernali, 2.3 ahead of Randall. Randall, 1.5 ahead of Emilio. Emilio, 2.7 ahead of Taylor. Taylor, 4 ahead of Wilson. Wilson, 2 ahead of Cardinale. Cardinale, 1 ahead of Bixler. 90 seconds remain, drivers. $1:30 to go. Let's see. Race leader is now making his way through the cinnamon roll, over the middle double, through the chicane, around the zigzags, and down the back straight. Leader will be coming up on Randall and Bixler soon. Second place car now down the back straight. So margin between 1 and 2 is 6.4 seconds. Yeah, 4 minutes down, drivers.
1 minute left.
Oh, back straight. Oh, that's got the leader down the back straight. He'll be coming up on Bixler and Emilio next. Second place will be coming up on Taylor next, it appears. 45 seconds to go. Kevin, Brian, Martin, followed by Vernali and Emilio, your top 5. Randall, Taylor, Wilson, Cardinale, and Bixler, the remaining order. 30 seconds left, drivers. Oh, he lands on all 4 wheels. $20 seconds remaining. Keep going, guys. 10 seconds. Let's see, closest battle might be Martin and Ryan, 1.2 apart. Just a few seconds left.
Martin White done. Grasshopper done. Ryan Vernally done. Let's Go Art done. Kevin Allen done. Loctite Milio done. King Julian done.
And
Rice
that will
Cake
be a race,
Supreme done.
drivers. Your podium
LT
tonight
Gray
in
done.
40 plus. Going
All
to be
drivers
Kevin
are
Allen,
finished.
Brian Gross,
Ryan
and
T.
Martin
Randall
White.
done.
Rest of the order will be Ryan, John, Julian, Tony, Ryan, Art, and Dave. All right, that'll take us into race 2. That'll be Sportsman Buggy. Sportsman Buggy tonight. Theo, James, Sanjeev, Milo, Kyle, Kevin. All right, let's get our top 3 of the podium. That's Kevin, Brian, and Martin.
Kyle Panaga.
Art Cardinale serving as our photographer tonight. It's good to have Art back.
James C. Sanjeev Patel. Ten Carted. Milo Laxon.
All right, Sportsman Buggy. Need a little help in the middle, guys. Help in the middle. All right, if I get my drivers out here from that last race, I probably only need like 6 marshals for this one.
Kevin Abisha.
So if the remaining 4 can marshal another race, that would be awesome. Maybe if we have some of you guys marshal 21.5 later, or what else are we going to need marshals for? Yeah. If you don't make it out to marshal this one, I could probably use help later on, races 5 and 6. Okay. Looks like we're set. Let's get the grid set. It's going to be Theo on the 1. That's Theodore Lynn on the 1. James C.A. on the 2. Sanjeev Patel on the 3. Milo Laxon on the 4. Kyle Panaga on the 5. And Kevin Abhishek on the 6. All right, grid is set. We have marshals, drivers ready. This is our Sportsman Buggy A main event. We will be racing in less than 5. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, we'll be checking that on Sunday during tech inspection. So, yeah, if your car does not have a chassis protector on Sunday, you will not be permitted to race until it does. Fun. Indeed. All right, folks, we're going to go racing here in less than 5. All right, so it's going to be Theo out front, James in the 2. And it's a hornet's nest for the 3. Guys, remember it's called a straightaway. You want to go straight down that straightaway. So, pro tip. It's a pro tip. Go straight down the straightaway. Oh, Theo, stop, and go. All right, we got ourselves our leaders down the back straightaway. So we got Theo out front, James right there in the 2. Milo up to the 3, followed by Sanjeev, Kevin, and Kyle. Minute 10 down, 3:50 to go. Leaders are approaching some of their fellow competitors here. Oh, careful on the back straight. 130 down, 330 left. So right now it's Theo out front. He's 3.8 ahead of James. James 1.8 ahead of Milo. Milo, let's see, at the line this time by 3.9 ahead of Sanjeev. Sanjeev 4.7 ahead of Kyle. And Kyle about 6 seconds ahead of Kevin. All right, folks, your leader going to be the red and white. Second place is going to be the teal, white, and blue. Third place going to be that golden red ride. Actually, red and silver. That's more of a silver. 2:10 down, 2:50 to go. Theo just reset fast lap at a 16.5. Careful on the left side, guys. We're 2:25 down, 2:35 to go. All right, let's see. Top 2 cars are 3.7 apart. We got James 3.7 ahead of Milo. Milo 3.5 ahead of Sanjeev. Sanjeev 6.4 ahead of Kyle. Kyle lop up on Kevin. Got 2:15 to go, drivers. James taking fast laps, 16.5.
2 minutes left.
3 down, 2 to go, drivers. Right now it's about 4 seconds between our top 2 cars. Right now, Theo, James, Milo, Sanjeev, Kyle, and Kevin, your order. Careful in the cinnamon roll. Careful in the middle. That's getting cleared up. Minute 40 remains here. This is race 2 on track. Got our 17.5 category up next. 17.5 intermediate and expert. So Theo Lynn holding down the top spot. He is 3.8 ahead of James. James up on his lid. Just turned his best lap too, 16.3. Still got a minute 20 to go though. Anything could happen here. Minute 10 remains.
One minute left.
4 down, 1 to go, drivers. Theo Lynn holding down the one spot. .45 seconds left. Theo, James, Milo, Sanjeev, Kyle, Kevin, your full order. 35 seconds remain. Theo now 8+ seconds ahead of James. James 10 ahead of Milo. Milo 2 ahead of Sanjeev. That's Sanjeev 8.7 ahead of Kyle. Kyle lap up on Kevin. 20 seconds remain, drivers. Ten seconds left. All right, folks, race to the line.
Kevin Abhishek done. James C. done. Sanjeev Patel done. Kyle Panaga done. 10 Quartet done. All drivers are
And
finished.
that'll be a race, guys. Give me Theo
Milo
Lynn taking the
Laxon
victory
done.
here, 18-13. We got James in the 2 and Milo in the 3. Let's get our top 3 to the podium. That'll be Theo, James, and Milo. Please grab your cars, head to the podium for a quick picture. All right, that'll take us into our next main event. 17.5 all together now.
Ryan T. Randall. Staples. Martin White. Cadency. Joe Colicchio. Loctite Milio. Ryan
All right, I may
Burnley.
need all my sportsman drivers to the
Krish
track,
Patel.
please.
K. Kim.
You need all my sportsman drivers out here, please.
George Laxon.
All right, I need a few more turn marshals, please. Looking for my sportsman group. All right, grid for this one's going to be Caden on the 1, Ryan on the 2, Vernali on the 2, White 3, Randall 4, Colicchio 5, Kea on the 6, John 7, Krish 8, Joe 9, George 10. All right, grid set, drivers ready. We're going racing, less than 5. Trouble for Caden. It looks like Vernali out to the lead. White now taking the top spot. Beautiful pass. Oh, George losing the body shell. All right, we're 35 seconds in. Got Martin out front, followed by, careful on the left. That is going to put Vernali out front. Vernali in the one spot, followed by Kay, Randall, Caden, Martin, Joe, and John. All right, Caden back up to the 2 spot. Behind him, it's a battle. Vernali now 1.5 ahead of CA. We got Caden 0.5 ahead of Randall. Okay, we got 120 down, 340 to go. The race leader going to be that blue, yellow, and white. Second place is going to be the yellow and fluorescent red. Third place is going to be black with the orange and white flames. And they are coming up on traffic in a hurry. 140 down, 320 to go. Right now it's Vernali half a second up on Caden. Caden 1.2 ahead of Martin. Martin is 1.9 ahead of Kay. Yeah, Kay 0.9 ahead of Randall. Randall 1.2 ahead of Emilio. Emilio 0.7 ahead of Clicchio. Clicchio 6 ahead of Patel. Patel 1.2 ahead of Clicchio. Clicchio 4 ahead of Laxton. Yeah, 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. All right, 210 down, 250 remains. So Ryan, Caden, Martin, Kay, Ryan, John, James, Joe, Krish, and George, your full running order. Got 225 down, 235 to go. Okay, and losing a little bit of ground here. Let's see what the gap is at the line. Got third place coming up on Joe and Krish next. 2:15 to go. This time by Ryan 1.1 ahead of Caden. Caden 1.8 ahead of Martin. Martin 0.6 ahead of Kay. Looks like Kay falling back just a bit. Randall taking that spot. We're now 3 minutes down with 2 minutes to go. Ryan 1.2 up on Caden. Caden is 2 ahead of Martin. Martin 1.5 ahead of Randall. Randall 0.9 ahead of Kim. Kim 1.9 ahead of Emilio. Emilio 4.5 up on Clicchio. Clicchio 5 ahead of Patel. Patel 5.9 on Joe. And Joe 0.9 ahead of George. Yeah, a minute 40 to go, drivers. So your race leader driving the blue, yellow, and white. Second place is going to be a fluorescent red and yellow. Looks like Martin having some tough luck here. That is going to promote Ryan and Kay up 1 spot each. Minute 15 remains. 75 seconds left. All right, 1:05 remaining. Coming up on 4 minutes down.
1 minute left.
$55 seconds remain. Right now, Ryan Vernali with a 1.5 second lead. This time by the stripe, it is going to be 1.9. Race leader going to be that blue, yellow, white. Second place is going to be Flow red and yellow. Third place going to be the pink, white with the blue trim. Got 3-4-5 battle going there. That's Ryan, Kay, and Martin going for the final spot on the podium. 25 seconds remain. $15 seconds. $5 seconds. They might get by.
Krish Patel done. Caden C done. George Laxon done. K Kim done.
And Randall having some problems
Martin
on the last
White
lap.
done.
That's going to put Kay on
Ryan
the
T.
podium.
Randall done. Loctite
Two
Emilio
more.
Done. Staples done. All drivers are finished.
Okay.
Ryan Vernali
So
done.
that's going to be Ryan Vernali taking the W tonight in 17.5. Got Caden CA in the 2 spot, Kay on the final podium spot. Rest of the order going to be Martin, Ryan, John, James, Chris, George, and Joe. All right, folks, Ryan, Caden, K, please grab your cars, head to the podium. We're going to take a quick picture. Up next is 13-5 Truck. All right, this is Truck, guys. I probably don't need all 10 of you guys to marshal Truck, so a couple of you guys want to marshal 21-5 later on, that'd be very helpful.
Rice Cakes Supreme. Staples.
All right, folks, so we got a raffle going off this Sunday. You can see our full spread of raffle stuff in the shop. Actually, there's going to be more stuff. We're going to throw some Team Power stuff in there as well. So, yeah, batteries, motors, etc.
King Julian.
I don't know, maybe a pit light. There'll be some good stuff. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this raffle. Oh, maybe we'll throw some long dog wheel nuts in there too. All right, looking for a few more drivers here. There's Kay, looking for George. Looking for G. Laxon. All right, let's see. Maybe one more on the left. I mean, there were 10 after all.
K Kim.
I mean, some of you guys can marshal 21-5. That'd be great, but yeah, not. I could use maybe one more on the left.
George Laxon.
Yeah, I could use one like left middle too. Yeah. Yeah, let's get one of them to move. Let's get somebody to move to the left. Yo. Yes, sir. Hey, can I get one of my guys on the right maybe to move to the left? That way we're a little more balanced. Cool. We got Caden over there. So, Ryan, if I can get you to scooch over to the right as far as possible. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'll get Ryan on the high chair. All right. Could be BG on the 1 spot, Julian 2, James 3, K4, George 5. All right. Get our lineup set here. Grid is almost good. Driver's ready. We're going racing in less than 5. All right, got BG out and off. A little bit of a hornet's nest there. A little cluster. Cluster of some kind. Brian Gross out front, followed by Taylor. Colicchio up to the 3, followed by Laxon and Kay. We're 30 seconds in. So BG 15-9 here. So Brian 1.2 ahead of Julian. Julian 2.7 ahead of James. James 2.1 ahead of George. George was 0.5 ahead of Kay. Kay having a little bobble there. Looks like it cost him about a second and a half maybe. Okay, we're 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. Taylor having a bobble. That's going to put Colicchio closer to that tailgate. James going to 15-7 that time by. BG holding down fast time, 15-1. He's having fun. Right now it's Gross, Taylor, Colicchio, Laxon, and Kay. Ryan flying into the picture there. We got 140 down, 320 to go. Brian, Julian, James, George, and Kay, your full running order. All right, 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Uh-oh, trouble for Laxon. So 2:15 in, 2:45 left. Race leader down the back straight. He is now about 5 seconds and change ahead of Julian. Julian 4 seconds up on James. James 7 seconds up on Kay. And George getting towed back to the garage. So we got 2:15 to go. BG throwing down another 15-1 there. Julian fast lap at 15-4. Colicchio down to a 15-4. Kay going 16-1. George going 16-8. 3 minutes in.
2 minutes left.
So Brian 7 ahead. Julian 7.6 ahead of James. James 6.4 ahead of Kay. Got $1.50 to go, drivers. Oh, need a little help in the middle. Thank you, Ryan. $1.40 remains. Minute 30 to go. Okay, this time by BG, 8 seconds ahead. So BG 8 seconds ahead of Julian. Julian 11 ahead of James. James 4.5 ahead of Kay. We got just over a minute to go. Drivers approaching 4 minutes down.
1 minute left.
And closest battle shaping up to be James versus Kay. James has the spot, but he's got to keep it clean here. Got to manage this race. 45 seconds to go. Right now, gap between James and Kay, 2.6. $25 seconds to go. All right, Colicchio with good focus that time by 15-7. Time is running out. Race to the line, drivers.
Staples done. King Julian done. K Kim done.
And that
All
will be a
drivers are
race, guys.
Rice
BG,
Cake Supreme
Julian, and James on the podium tonight in truck. Rest order will be Kay and George. Up next is four-wheel modifieds. This one's going to be Jovi, Kalis, Kevin, and Steve. This is four-wheel buggy. If your buggy has front drive shafts, or maybe if there's a rubber band going from your back end to your front end, you're up in this one. This is four-wheel drive buggy in warm-up. Race number 5.
Kevin Allen. Bruh. Jovi Levin. Steve Loom.
All right, let's get all of our truck guys out here, please. Okay, got everybody checked in. Do I have all my turn marshals from truck? All right, grid for this one. Jovi, Kalis, Kevin, Steve. Jovi 1, Kalis 2, Kevin 3, Steve 4. This right here, this is why I want to get a four-wheeler. I want to race with these guys. All right. Grid is set. Drivers ready. We're going racing in less than 5. All right, 10 seconds in. Jovi 11 out front. Got Kalis right there. This time by 0.6 between those two drivers. We got 1.6 back to Kevin and 2.9 back to Steve. All right, we're 30 down. Got Jovi at 14-0, Kalis at 14-0. Way to go. Trouble for Kalis. 40 down. We got Jovi 11 out front. Down the back straight he goes. 14-0 once again. Kalis now 3.5 back. Got Kevin a 14-9 that time by. And Steve a 14-6. 55 down, 4:05 to go. Jovi going 13-9. All right, folks. Minute 10 down, 3:50 remains. Another 13-9 for your race leader. This time by, Kalis clocks in about 5 seconds behind. We got Kalis 1.5 ahead of Kevin. And Kevin 4.5 ahead of Steve. $130 down, 3:30 left. Jovi out front, 5.4 ahead of Kalis. 13-8. That lap was great. Whole run's been great here for Jovi 11 so far. 150 down, 3:10 to go. So Jovi this time by 5.9 ahead of Kalis. Kalis is 4 seconds ahead of Kevin. And Kevin about 8 ahead of Steve. 2:10 down, 2:50 to go. 13-9 for Kalis Low that time by. I think Kalis might be running a 13.5 in that car. $225 in, $235 to go. Jovi 7 ahead of Kalis. Kalis 4.9 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 12 ahead of Steve. Yeah, 240 down, 220 to go. $13.7 for Jovi 11. And he just passed Kevin.
2 minutes left.
BG caught that one. Minute 50 to go. I was wondering if that was a bit of a reach. Oh, careful in the middle. I was wondering if it was a bit of a reach or if I waited too long, but BG got it. Got a minute 40 to go. So we got Jovi 7.6 ahead of Kalis. Kalis 8.2 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 15 ahead of Steve. No real drama in this race at this point. Kevin going 14.6 that time by. Minute 20 to go, drivers. All right. We are approaching 4 minutes down.
1 minute left.
Jovi 8.3 ahead of Kalis. Kalis 9.7 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 15 ahead of Steve. Okay, 45 seconds to go. Got 25 seconds left. 21.5 is coming up next. Ten seconds, drivers.
Kevin Allen done. Bruh done. Jovi Levin done. All drivers are
That'll be a
finished.
race, guys. Jovi, Kalis,
Steve
Kevin,
Bloom
and
done.
Steve. Your finishing order for that one. All right, somebody, I need all the help I can get for this next one. If I have any leftover marshals from earlier, I need your help on this one. Yeah, I need some help for 21.5 here. So we're moving our way into race number 6. This one's going to be Dave, Tony, Joe, Art, Kin, Milo, and Theo. If we keep getting people showing up for 21.5
LT
expert, I'm going to have to pull it
Joe
out.
Colic Chio.
Thank you, Art.
Let's go.
It's good
Art.
advice.
Grasshopper.
All right, need a little help getting onto the back straight, guys. I'm going to need all the help I can get marshaling. So if I have any leftovers from earlier, I need your help. My photographer is up here on the driver's stand. Maybe we do the podium picture afterwards, possibly. All right. Yeah, he left. All right. I'm going to hand it off to BG.
That's different. Let's show the camera.
Yeah, the versus the ah. Yeah.
What about Milo and Theo? Let's see. There's Milo.
Milo Laxon. 10 car 10.
Everybody's checked in. If we have one volunteer marshal, we can get him to the, or Jovi, there you go, far left side. Jovi and Kalis, actually, you guys can cover that side to the T and to the orange dot on the wall right. All right, lineup is going to be as follows. Your TQ for the night, Dave Bixler on the 1, Tony Wilson on the 2. Vasutin went home, so we're going to advance Joe to the 3, Art to the 4, Kin to the 5, and then Milo will put you on the 6, and Theo, you will be on the 7. 6, 7. God. What is he doing? Okay. Art's getting on the driver's stand. Are you ready, dude? Hello? Art, ready? Okay, well, I don't want to go without you. Everybody else might want you to do. All right. 5-minute race, 20-on-5, two-wheel drive buggy, mixed class, going on the tone. And they're off. Everybody makes their way for the first few corners. Cool. Uh-oh, Bixler gets it wrong. Tony goes by. That's a little bit of a hill to climb. Here comes Tony and here comes Dave. Then Art. Then Joe. Oh, little mix up in the back. Theo, you got to wait. If you cut the track, give up a spot. There you go. Go. You'll be all right. All right, here they come down the back straightaway. That is Tony. That is Bixler. 0.3 seconds apart, snaking their way through the infield double over the left-hand side, chicane. Down the step off onto the back straightaway. Here they come once again. 0.7 apart. Then there's a 2.2 second gap back to Joe Colicchio, and only 0.4 between Joe and Art. So 2 separate battles, 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. Boom. Everybody else spreading out. We got Milo and Theo. Your sportsmen's coming through the left-hand side of the track. They're just a few car lengths apart. Once again, here comes Tony. Here comes Bixler. 9/10 is the gap as they make their way through the 4-pack. Tony hits a dot. Bixler not quite close enough to capitalize. Meanwhile, you got Joe Colicchio and Art in the battle for the 3 and 4. They're coming down the back straightaway right now. Caution for the driver's stand. Ken, you're going to have your 1-2 battle cars coming up behind you. Be aware of that. There you go. Thank you so much. 1:55 down, 3:05 to go. Whoop. Theo gets it. Now it's Milo. Milo gets the wrong weight. Whoop. So Tony pulls a little bit of a gap on Bixler. He's now 3.1 seconds in the win. Battle between Joe and Art still quite active. 0.7 between them. They're coming through the first few corners, through the 4-pack. There's Joe. Here comes Art. I heard a "Let's Go Art" from the crowd. That's like Super Mario Power Up. Here he is. Art Cardinale makes the inside pass, wheel to wheel, rolls him. That was quite the maneuver. I wasn't wrong about the power up. Joe gets it wrong over the dot. Art going to run away.
2 minutes left.
3 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Tony, David, Art, Joe, Ken. No start from Basudin, and then Theo and Milo for the sportsmans. Tony is 3.5 seconds ahead of Bixler. Bixler 3 seconds ahead of Art. Art is just 1 second ahead of Joe right now. And then Ken. I might have read that wrong. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Tony Wilson, 3.2 seconds ahead of Dave Bixler. Bixler, 2.9 ahead of Art. Everybody's starting to spread out as the clock's winding down. Coming up on 1 minute left.
One minute left.
Let him go, Milo. Thank you. 30 seconds left. Tony, David, Art, Joe, Ken, Theo, and Milo in the race of their own. $15 seconds to go.
Joe Colicchio done.
The race is over.
10 car 10
Finish the
done.
lap you're on.
LT Gray done. Kinlow done. Grasshopper done. Let's Go Art done. All drivers are
Theo, you're
finished.
done. Everybody is done.
Milo
So
Laxon done.
2 different races. That one for the 21.5 experts goes to Tony Wilson. On the 2, Dave Bixler. On the 3, Art Cardinale. Then Joe, then Ken. So podium for that one going to be Tony, Bixler, and Art. Podium for the sportsman going to go to Theo Lynn. Theo on the top of the sportsman 21.5, followed by Milo. So Tony, David, Art, and Theo and Milo. The end. Fast lap of the race, Tony Wilson, 15.5. Sick, bruh. Sick. Tony, you're required at the podium. All right, let's check out the YouTube, Facebook comments. John Milio says, "Hi, Brian. Love you. Aw. He usually doesn't love me." Thanks, buddy. Brandon Poria congratulates Ryan Viale on his
Steve
win in
Wood.
Expert. That was awesome. I already did that, but you can do it
Daniel
too.
Z.
He says he wants to see lots of people on Sunday for Top Gun. Heck yeah, Top Gun. Sunday.
Bruh.
And then we got Jacob Jorgensen checking in. He just saying stuff. Hey, dude. Jacob, if you're still online, I'm going to give you a second during this last race to say what you want to say. There he is. We're going to give Jake his own section. This is my new podcast. We're going to give him a small portion of the time. We're going to call it Jake's Take. Give us something to do, Jake. Oh my God, he fell asleep. Marshall from the last race, make your way to the track, please. 2-wheel drive, modified buggy. Jovi, Kalis, Dan, Steve. This will be a highly contested class on Sunday, I promise. And by that I mean there's probably going to be a
Levin.
fight. Yeah. Maybe not. Hopefully not. Turn marshals to the track, please. There were plenty of you. This is the last race of the night. After this, go home. Theo, don't stand there. Keep going. There you go. All right, this goes down the straightaway. We're going to get everybody lined up. Jovi Levin to the 1. Kalis on the 2. Dan on the 3. Steve on the 4. Always allergies up here. All right, what's Jacob got to say? He says, "Congrats to Tony on the win. He seemed to be having some fun out there, and he's glad to see the 21.5 classes growing, and he just wishes he could be there to race it." Somebody should pay me for this. All right, everybody's checked in, lined up, ready to go. Marshals are in position. Going in less than 5. And they're off. Jovi hits the dot. Kalis goes by. He was waiting for that all night. Dan trying to magnetize his car to Jovi. Here they come down the back straightaway. Kalis, Jovi, Dan, Steve. Kalis with the signature whack on that 4-pack. Looks cool as hell from up here. I don't know. As they come down the back straightaway, 0.3 is the gap. Did it again. I don't know if it's faster, but it sure looks cool. Kalis and Jovi, 2-car breakaway. Then a little bit of gap back to Dan. Dan's a little bit of gap to Steve. It's the Kalis and Jovi show. Ta-da. I can't even, they get a lap in before I even think. I'm also a little slow. 0.2 is the gap between the two of them as they come through the 4-pack. Kalis a little bit short, but manages to save it. That was incredible. Down the back straightaway they go. Jovi with a wheel stand. Could read the bottom of his chassis guard. If you can read this, roll me over. They make their way through the left-hand side of the track. Down the back straightaway they go. 0.2 the gap. Oh, no. Caution at the end of the straight. Clear. 0.3, Kalis with the hot lap that time. 14 flat. Jovi is pushing. Down to point 2. Jovi getting in on the chassis slapper action over there. Oh, Kalis a little bit high. Jovi goes right underneath him. Down the back straight away they go. Now the roles are reversed. Point 2 the other way around. Jovi to the top. Kalis down to the 2. Coming up on Steve. Steve, you're going to chill. Chill. Oh, thank you. All right, well, that's going to spread him out a little bit. Jovi to the 1. 9/10 back is Kalis. Kalis eats a dot. $240 down, $220 to go. Feels like a Lifetime original movie. Starring John Milio. Here comes Jovi. Here comes Kalis. Still 9/10 the gap. Oh, Kalis gets it wrong.
2
Marshall.
minutes left.
Milo with the wheels out there in a flash. Gets him going again, but here comes Steve, not for position. Now it's a fun game called try to get the fastest lap you can while following Kalis. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go. Oh, my goodness. It sounded worse than it is. I've done that before. $340 down, $120 to go. Everybody separated by a literal eternity. Jovi 11, 6.7 ahead of Kalis. Kalis just hoping Jovi forgot to charge his battery or something. 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
Cool. Jovi 11, 2 laps to go, 13.8. Doing great. 35 seconds to go. Oh my goodness. $15 seconds to go. Jovi to tower, requesting a flyby. Negative Ghost Rider, the
Jovi
pattern is
11
full.
Done.
Time has expired. Finish the lap, you're on.
Steve Lung done.
Come on, dude, get in the Top Gun spirit. You guys suck.
Bruh done.
Bruh, done. One more.
All drivers are
And
finished.
that is a race.
Daniel
So that one
Z
goes
done.
to Jovi 11. Followed by Kalis and then Dan. And then Steve. So the podium for that one, Jovi, Kalis, Dan. The end. Oh my. Weird. All right. Well, that concludes tonight's race night here at NorCal Hobbies in San Jose, California. And as we've been talking about all night, and you may have seen me on the Facebooks. If you haven't, it's pretty stupid. But Top Gun is this Sunday, so come on down Sunday, early in the morning, and get yourself in on that action. Come down Saturday night if you're able to, and help create the new layout that the one and only Dan Z has prepared specifically for this race. I hear it's pretty cool. Jovi, Kalis, Dan for the podium. All right. Thanks again to NorCal Hobbies for an amazing night of racing, and we will see you guys later. Later, Jorgensen. Thanks, dude. Bye. Bye.